Disclaimer. If you ain't ready to hear no real words about a real stand-up man, don't even bother to watch. But if you really down, let's do this. For Jason Mason, Majah Thugalini, happy 42nd birthday, bro. They about to bear witness and hear testimony to your greatness. The first to it and the last to leave. They don't even make rules like that no more. He opened his mind's eye and had knowledge of self. He had purpose. He knew of the greatness of his people, of his ancestors. He knew of the world and his place in it. For Jason,
Export fucking me. How you gonna feel, boy? Because that shit had beef with a whole race over some shit that happened 2,000 years ago. Here's the fucking deal, man. You keep Jacoby the fuck away from me, okay? I'll drop you, no. My ancestors killed them by the fucking thousands of us.
Now she's facing me. Who is this guy?
Oh, it's my best friend. Jason. Died 2015. His birthday is 13th. Every year I do something for his birthday, like when he turned for what was his 40th birthday. I got this specially made designer cake. It's like this big from your table to here, Louis Vuitton white, picture on top of it, everything. And then I always do like a video, like a whole video series.
Nice.
Last year I had went to the Gucci store and got a whole Gucci outfit to go along with a shirt I had made for him. I was trying to do something for his birthday.
Fuck off of the street, I'm gonna call your P.L. telling you out here drinking with the homies.
I like it, man.
Loca? I need to know if shit pop off with these vaunting fools that you got my back, that you're a cop first. Are we clear? Clear. I'm about dope, money, and guns. That's my job. Your job is to make sure I go home at night. I don't like this small talk. This ain't no small talk. This is big ass talk. We doing real shit out here.
Whoa, man, that's nice. Who did it for you?
It's this chick I know. It's two chicks I know that do designer cakes. They always do designer cakes for me. One in Sanford and another one in Palm Coast. I always get designer cakes. That's a cake.
First, or first. I need to hear you say it.
It's a show on Netflix. They're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I know what you're
That's
talking
like, wow. Some things like, wow.
Yeah, that's the outfit I was talking about last year. And I always do a video. Like I always do like this whole video to go with it.
Unless you want to die, you drop that sword right fucking now! Hey, you got me shot, don't get me stabbed. Turn around, turn! Hand it on your head! On your knees!
So over here getting a portrait tattooed by the best, Nico. You know what I'm saying? Getting a portrait of my best friend, Jason Majah Mason, for what would have been his 42nd birthday. As y'all know, every year I try to do something special for his birthday and my birthday, especially when we ran into the 40s.
Is that workish? How the hell are you not to speak?
First year I got him a Louis Vuitton cake when we turned 40. Second year we went to the Gucci store, got a Gucci outfit, you know, with a picture of him. So we got to fly with him. this year we honoring him by getting a tattoo. So my right hand man literally gonna be my right hand.
What do you say? It's not making any sense.
Happy birthday, Jason. Happy 42nd birthday.
You need this job.
One thing about it, after Jason moved to Kentucky, me and him never had a chance to hit the tattoo shop together. You know what I mean? Get a lot of tats. I got a lot of tats, he got a lot of tats, but we never had the opportunity to go together.
Right now, I want to mark the beginning of something different. For this video celebration, we're going to bring in a close comrade of not only mine, but of Jason. And, you know, he going to bear witness to his character and just give a testimonial of sorts of our homeboy and our partner. Right now, we have stepping to the podium to speak on the real one. My close comrade and the close comrade of Jason's, Josh Miller, a.k.a. JT, the troublesome thug, speaking powerful words from behind the wall of a 20-year bid that's almost close to an end.
Yo, what's up, family? Peace and blessings to you from your boy Joshua Miller, man, a.k.a. JT. I'd like to send my love to all the families of the earth, to all the beautiful spirits of the earth. You know, I just want to take a second to think back for a second on my good brother Jason Mason and the greatness of his spirit that I had a chance to meet and be a part of his brief life. So I'd like to come back with a thought right now, and it reads: every second that we spend on this earth, leave it. The greatest tragedy is not death, but life without purpose. Until purpose is discovered, our existence is without meaning. Never stop trying to leave this world better than you found it. Yeah, man, so I want to say I came to D-Man around 95, and I think we was around in 9th grade, something like that. And so I was an immigrant to D-Man. Then on my good brother Jason, I want to say I met him in 9th grade, and I met him through Blaze, you know. And the unique thing about Jason was he had the same type of spirit in which Blaze had. I felt automatically a part, you know what I'm saying, of the gang. I felt automatically, you know, embraced and accepted, you know what I'm saying, into the fold, you know. And I never felt like we was in a competition with one another, but we was trying to outdo, you know, and I never seen a switch or a pivot from the respect that we had with each other as mutual brothers, you know what I'm saying? And so I just try my best now to reflect, you know what I'm saying, that realness, that you know what I'm saying, that solidarity, you know what I'm saying, that respect, you know what I'm saying, that Jason made me feel. So that's like overall the impact that he had on my life, you know what I'm saying, in the brief amount of years that we got a chance to spend, you know, around each other, man. R.I.P. Jason Mason.
Was he definitely a good brother?
Oh, he definitely was a good brother. You know what I'm saying? Never was he messy. Never was he acting one way in front of you and then gossiping behind your back. You know what I mean? Never was he backbiting. Never was he a snake in the grass. Never was he, you know, somebody who was just trying to manipulate you for your, you know, for your little coins, for your little resources. Whether it be you had the automobile, you know what I'm saying, you was the one who had the whip, you know what I'm saying, and you was able able to, you know what I'm saying, to jump in the car and go from here to there, you know, because that was a big thing back then. Being able to have that transportation at a young age. And so yeah, man, he was definitely a good brother, definitely a solid individual. And I would say he had that stability at a young age. Like he had kind of like that vision. He had that that quiet humbleness about himself. Like, you know, whatever he put his mind to, he was going to carry it out. He was going to see it all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So that's the resilience that I draw, you know what I'm saying, from my brother, even to this day, while I'm incarcerated, you know what I'm saying. A lot of those things, a lot of those relationships is what gives me the strength to carry on, you know what I'm saying, of knowing that I have been around greatness. I have been.
It's the Kingpin, BlazeDeImperial, King of the G.W.C, Ballin' Untouchables, Flies Daniel Boys. You locked in with me right now. You watching me get a tattoo on my right hand, Jason Majah Mason, who for now on literally gonna be my right hand. Y'all just heard from my partner, Josh, aka JT, Thug Trouble, and he spoke some truthful and powerful words on Jason. Basically giving a testimony, giving another perspective of Jason's character, how Jason stood on business, how he was a man of respect, he was a man of principles, a man of honor. So this time around, I just wanted someone else to give a testimonial. And Josh ain't through. Right after I finish spitting this, he gonna give some more insight and bear witness to the character of our fallen brother. Josh met Jason through me. Jason met Josh through me. You know, it was a certain clique of us. Of course, at that period of time, Plug clique ain't really had formed, but you had my close comrades on this side of things, all the ones that knew me, who, aside from anybody else or anything else was going on, they was riding with me. Jason was one of those. Josh was one of those. You know, you might well say it was like me and Jason was neck and neck, and Josh was like right behind us. Like you could say if this was the front line, I was here, Jason was here, Josh was behind us. So it's very important, and it means a lot to me to have him here this time on this go around to give his insight on Jason's character. So a lot of y'all, after seeing this, may wonder why that tattoo, why there? Because that literally is what he was. He was my right hand. When I say he was my best friend, I don't just say it loosely. In this world, you encounter all kinds of things, and you blessed if you can find one person that's willing to help you along your path. Jason showed me without a shadow of a doubt, whatever I encounter on my path, he was willing to be right there with me. So he literally was my right hand man. So being me who I am, the culture and the times and the backdrop of what I was raised in, I was raised when people fall, who was right there with you in the struggle, you run the rest of the race with them. You run the rest of the race with them in mind. So someone who ran that hard with me, and not always for both of us, but for my intentions. Anyone who ran that hard for me for what I had going on, not just what we had going on together, you gotta represent them like that. So being that I have tattoos, I feel like that's a perfect example and way to show physically in a visible form, you know, who he was and what he was. I could put him right here, and as I move, he moved. Everything I touch, he touched. So it's symbolic. It's representative of representing what we stand on and who we are, but it's also symbolic, and it's a physical gesture. Every time I go, he go. Wherever I'm at, he at. You know what I'm saying? So it embodies and gives a physical element to mental philosophy. It gives a physical element to principles. And that's what we buy. We buy principles, we buy honor, we buy business, we buy integrity. And for me especially, I'm about completing what me and people I love started. I'm about completing dreams and missions and goals that I set out with people, especially if I had the ability. It's one thing if, you know, you're not in a position, but if you know the dreams and the hopes and the wishes of those who stood side by side with you through all type of adversity, through all type of whatever the world can throw at you. If you know those dreams, if you know those desires and wishes, and some of them are the same as yours, and you in a position, if you don't try to fulfill it, you ain't shit to me. So being who I am, I could do nothing less. You know what I mean? I consider myself one of the realest, the realest. So for me to have a friend like that, for me to do any less ever, I would be a sucker, and I'll never be a sucker. I don't do sucker shit. So that's why you see me going so hard for Jason. That's why you gonna continue to see me go that hard for Jason. You're gonna continue to see me represent. Because when I represent him, I'm representing myself. And what he stood for, I stood for, and I stand for. So, I mean, it's so cliched nowadays, this standing on business thing. But one thing I do say that I like about the generation that's up at bat now, I like how they represent. I like how they hold what they say they stand for down. I like how they rep their people. I like how they keep their people alive. I like how they memorialize. I like how they build. A lot of them, I like the strategies they implement. And if you really understand what's going on, you know what the end goal is. So you keep watching, you're going to see my end goal. And the only way I ain't going to win and achieve it, I won't be here. But if I am, I bet your ass, me and Jason going to take that shit to the finish line. Dang. Yeah, that was some fire. This tattoo coming along impeccably. Let's let JT finish up.
I have been around real genuine people because this world is falling further and further by the wayside, you know what I'm saying? There's no loyalty, you know what I'm saying? There's no respect, you know what I'm saying? There's no morality, you know what I'm saying? Amongst even brothers, you know what I'm saying? When I say brothers, I mean biological brothers, you know what I'm saying? And it even says in the world, trying to kill the fathers and they would not mind their mothers, you know what I'm saying? So for me to have the experience of being around a camaraderie, you know, of brothers such as Jason, you know what I'm saying, such as Blaze, you know what I'm saying, and some of my other ones, you know, it's something that I can look back in the strength I can draw.
That's real. That's super real.
I didn't have everything. They didn't have the answer to everything. However, they was willing to put in the time, you know what I'm saying, to achieve the vision at mine, you know what I'm saying, to achieve, you know what I'm saying, the dream, you know. And yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
I would just like to say, you know, knowing how we came up and the times when we was coming to age in the early 90s, you know, you're incarcerated right now, of course, you know, not to get too deep into your situation, but knowing it's behind something serious business. As this generation states, as far as the slogans, being real and standing on business, do you feel that he was official and he was real and he stood on business?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The brother stood on business. The brother stood on family. You know what I'm saying? The brother stood on, you know what I'm saying, love and loyalty. So that's the action of that love. You know what I'm saying? So there's never been a time that, you know, one of the other brothers needed assistance. You know what I'm saying? Needed aid and assistance, that he wouldn't drop, you know what I'm saying, whatever he had going on to aid and assist to get to the bottom of the matter, to, you know what I'm saying, to be ready to put his life on the line, you know what I'm saying, for the welfare of his brothers. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And that's who established that within inside of me. You know what I'm saying? You established that within inside of me as well too, Blaze. You know, so big, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
And you know, I ain't gonna hold you too long, and I think you just said almost the greatest words that could be spoken about Jason. But I just like, if you could, is there anything in particular, whether it be an incident, whether it be a trait about him, anything at all that you would like to speak on and one last remembrance. And then if you care to, I like, if you don't mind to speak on your situation a little bit, being that you ain't got long before you touch down.
Yeah, as far as Jason concerned, I'ma humbly say this. He was a brother of few words, but the action, always pervade, his love, always pervade, his intent for you. And with that being said, I'm going to say that probably was one of his greatest characteristics that I remember myself. And as I'm, coming into a more season, man, myself, if I was to speak on the times now, I think that everything has got too verbal, some type of way along the lines, we done started saying a little bit too much. We done things that need not to be said, because the things you say has yet to be performed yet, you know what I'm saying? And the man is going to be measured by what his action, not what he say out of his mouth, you know what I mean? And so, that's what I remember and I respect as a key quality about Jason. And I'm checked with that as a measuring stick when it comes to myself. I'm wrapping up a 20-year sentence right now. And so with that being said, I just thank the Creator for sustaining me and protecting me and adding wisdom and knowledge to me, in the form of the brothers that I came up around, with Jason at heart, you know what I'm saying, with you at heart, and some of the other brothers, and so at heart, I'm going to be about family, I'm going to be about community, you know what I'm saying, and that's the thing that I really, really value in life right there. So it's going to be about the promotion, of learning how to be independent, you know what I'm saying, learning how to be independent, but also interdependent, and how interdependent, you know what I'm saying, we can, we can accomplish anything, you know what I'm saying, with having our brother or our sister well-being in mind. I'm going to just leave it like that,
Those words are so real, bro. I definitely felt that straight from the heart. And, in closing that out,
straight from the heart, man.
In closing that out, I just want you to know that me, your family, all your friends, all your loved ones, we cannot wait to wish and welcome you home when the time comes.
Hey, man, for sure, man. You already know, man. It's much love, you know what I'm saying? Much respect, you know what I'm saying? And all praise is due, to the Most High Creator, I call him Yahweh. Some might call him God, Jesus, or however you may. But, that ultimate infinite spirit, which is all goodness and righteousness, you know what I'm saying, that bonds us all together, man. May he continue to, uplift us. May he continue to keep us close, and may he continue to keep us inspired more than anything, man, because we got to stay inspired, because what I see a world full of lost dreams, you know what I mean? And they just been chasing materialistic things, man. So, yeah, man. So that's where I'm coming from.
Definitely, bro. One.
All right. Peace.
All right, so check it. This is a little story surrounding me and Jason and our get down back in the day. This like 95, 96, right? I had a homeboy, still my partner to this day, Bruce Ball. He kind of put me on to Master P. It's like I seen one of Master P early videos and like, it caught my attention. So I was telling Bruce about Master P. He was like, "Oh, you like Master P?" So Bruce whooped out all these CDs, the Mr. Ice Cream Man, and I think like a Silk the Shocker CD. And he told me I could check them out as long as I want. And, at that time, Master P had like blew me away because not only Master P was a rapper, but he was a rapper who owned his own record label, who was signing all these acts, putting them out when he wanted to. He was making his own independent movies, putting them out, and he was coming with slang that was like brand new. New Orleans wasn't really heard of like that. They had a few acts that was like known in the South, mystical, but as far as how P was coming, nobody had did that before. The whole Tank and this and that, doing songs with 8 Ball and MJG, doing songs with UGK. So I had got hooked onto Master P. And around this time, Jason was getting ready to move to Kentucky. So not long after they moved up to Kentucky, me and him had talked, and he was talking about P up there, because Kentucky is a lot closer to Louisiana. So they get a lot of stuff from that area faster than we did back in the day. Wasn't no internet. So he on Master P too. So when he came down here to visit his first time, he had Down South Hustlers. So he put me on to that. You know what I mean? Players from the South, Stat G's. So we was listening to that. And then also he had the Cain and Abel CD. So I love that Cain and Abel CD. So he went back, and I think he let me keep both of them, right? So, back in the day with CDs, they get scratched up, you have to buy them again. So every time he would come down here, either me or him would go buy that Cain and Abel over so we could listen to it. So I would say if there was a song that reminded me the most of him, like when I hear it, it automatically think of me and him, doing our thing, getting to it, doing what me and him did, out in the streets and abroad, it would be Cain and Abel Gangstafied. If, like for this, around his birthday or around my birthday, like my 40th birthday, I blasted that thing. When I be in that mood and he be on my mind, I put on that Gangstafied. And that really made me think, to them times when me and him was side by side. Because back in the day, when that was current, that's what me and him would mainly be listening to, that Cain and Abel Gangstafied. So when I think of my homeboy, the song that come to mind most is that Gangstafied. For one that Gangstafied, it was that Pop, but that Gangstafied really take me back.
What happened to Monday?
Mm-hmm.
You said that one? Oh, it's a good movie.
Yeah? What happened to Monday?
Yeah, what happened to Monday? There in the time you can have only one kid because there's no more food on this planet. And this bitch got fucking 7 kids, man. The same, look all the same. Oh man, that's a good movie.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, what happened to Monday?
You're not a bride. You touch my wand, and it was lavish.
That was all.
I do that all the time.
Time to unveil this masterpiece to the world. Jason Majah Mason, my best friend, my right hand. Literally, for now on, my right hand. using his own words from something else. I envision if you was to ask Jason 2 questions today, he would say this. First, if you was to ask him about Blaze and his G.W.C movement.
And when a person that has that much power is able to organize such as he was, you can't, it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. And his movement was so powerful, a lot of people don't like that.
And if he was briefly to speak on himself and a few words, I see him saying this in his own words.
He grew up, through self-knowledge. At the same time, having people guide him, because can't nobody tell you nothing. Sometimes you need just a guide to tell you. He's definitely God sent. He passed on, but he left a legacy that we can move on and achieve with.
Still our shining star to this day. You've been gone for a little minute, but you still our shining star. Happy 42nd birthday, Jason. We still love and miss you, bro. Till we meet again. Watch over us, look after us. We're gonna continue to represent for you, put on and show the world how important you was, how special you was, and who you are. Happy birthday, bro. Never forgot. Live in the sky. This for my right-hand man, Jason Mason, who's literally my right hand. Once again, we rolling everywhere together. We doing everything together. Someone get out of line, we're gonna beat their ass. Happy birthday, bro. Love you. Fly high in the sky.
"21 gun salute to a king and a real one. G.W.C. first patron saint."